welcome back to my channel and welcome to those of you who are new. Today is going to be another paycheck to paycheck budgeting for the second pay period for May. There are 3 pay periods for May for us, and this is going to be the second one, or our extra one, which it's not really an extra one, as I'll show you, and I'll kind of just explain what we're planning to do with this paycheck so that we don't get off track, or that we don't think that we have all this extra money from a whole extra paycheck, but really just what we're going to do with our money. And yeah, let's get into the budget. Okay guys, so before we get into this pay period, I just wanted to remind you guys to check out my latest video, which I will link right up here. It is talking to you guys about my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you've watched any of my recent videos, you'll know that I've been talking and been very excited for a while about reaching that goal and getting to do a giveaway for you guys. So if you want to know all the details for that, make sure to check out that video. And once you check out that video, you'll know all of the rules that you need to know so that you can be entered into the giveaway. And just a quick little reminder, the giveaway does end on Thursday the 23rd, so make sure that you get your entries in before this Thursday. Okay, I am going to go ahead and start with our income, and I always do it based off of our budgeted income. When I base our budget around our projected income, then I know there's more of a chance of us not going over budget. When I do it based off of our actual budget, there's a chance that I will get us over budget, and nobody wants that. So I'm just going to go ahead and budget based off of our projected income, so our base income. So that's going to be a total of $1,467 that we're going to work with. Okay, so for our bills, we are going to do our mortgage. It's having a hard time focusing with this color, so let me switch to a darker blue and maybe zoom in a little. So our mortgage, which is $466. So for this one, we are going to go ahead and do a full extra, well, it's not a full payment, it's a half payment like I normally break it up into, but I'm going to go ahead and do that and put that towards the principal. That way we can make sure that we are ahead on that and not falling behind at all. Our car payment, we're going to go ahead and do a full, it's technically half of what we actually owe for the month because I do our budget based off of paychecks, which my husband gets paid bi-weekly. So we're doing what I would normally take out of every paycheck for those 2 bills. And then we have a credit card due, and that is $25. Again, this is the minimum payment. For a while, I was not taking out our credit card payment with our bills. And I couldn't figure out why my budget was off. And it was because I wasn't counting it as part of our regular bills, which if you're paying minimum payments on a credit card, it's going to be an every month thing. So I was told, once I started watching, I think it was one of the Budget Moms videos, I realized that I needed to be putting my credit card minimum payments in with my bills, and then any extra payments I can put down here later. I'm going to go ahead and add these up real quick. Okay, so our bill total is going to be $767. That leaves us with $700. That seems like a lot, but again, this is an extra paycheck, so I don't have the normal bills coming out like I normally would for my other pay periods. So let's move on to envelopes down here. Okay, so our leftover was $700, and our envelopes are going to be food, Eli, Tori, pets, and miscellaneous. So I'm keeping all of those the same. And I'm going to put a little bit into each of those because we do still need those. So during this pay period, we will be going on a little trip, and we have money set aside in a savings account for that trip, for all of our food budget and everything like that. So our food budget is going to be less this time because of that money that's already set aside. So we're only going to do half of our food budget for this month, or for this pay period. Normally it would be $300, but we're just going to do $150. And then I'm also lowering our our personal amounts because we're going to try really hard not to spend this next week or 2 weeks. 12 for pets, which is normal, and then miscellaneous will still get 20 because those are just always expenses that add up randomly. So that total is $202, and that leaves us with $498, which I will bring over here. $498 for our sinking funds. And I will go ahead and take the normal amounts, or close to the normal amounts, for our sinking fund categories for this pay period. So cell phones for our Mint Mobile. And I will always have a link in the description box below for you guys to check out Mint Mobile if you're looking for ways to cut back on your phone bill. And I would always highly recommend them because they're just great. We haven't had any issues with them, and our service is great, and I never really use all the data that I paid for. And even if you go over on the data, you are not like cut off from data. It just goes slower, and you don't get charged any extra. It's just slower data. So I love it. I would recommend Mint Mobile to anyone, and I've recommended it to all of you guys. A lot of you guys have helped me out because when you sign up with my link, you will get $15 off of your first month or whatever plan you go with. But that also gives me $15 for my plans, or to use towards my purchases. And I've mentioned before, but we do the 1-year plan because it's the cheapest, and like I said, we haven't had any issues with it. So we end up just paying it once a year, which is why I have a sinking fund for our cell phones. Okay, let's add these up real quick. That's $85. Leaves us a leftover with $413. Now that seems like a lot. Sorry guys, my battery died. If you have been watching my recent videos, you'll know that my husband's car had some issues and it ended up being kind of a major expense. We had to use about $360 from our emergency fund to be able to pay for this car repair. Thankfully, we did have our emergency fund funded, so that really helped. But because of that, we have to move some money from this paycheck back into our emergency fund for it to be fully funded again. So that's what I'm going to do. So this seems like a big number, but we do have to move over $360 to our savings account. So that's what I'm going to do. We had $413, and we're going to move to savings, and then I'll just write down here car repair. And it's going to be $360. 413 minus 360 is $53. You guys can't even see the $53. Or with the $53 right down here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize the camera was zoomed in so far. So with that $53, we'll either put that in debt, or because, like I said, we're going to be going on vacation, we'll probably be using that towards our family vacation that we're taking. Just to save us a little bit of time, I did already go ahead and fill this out so that I can get to the bank and finish filming this video for you guys. So if you just want to look at this real quick, I'll just go over it with you. It does show all of the amounts. So $150 for food, $20 for our allowances, $12 for pet, $20 for miscellaneous, cell phones $20, car maintenance $25, house $13. All of this adds up to $287 is what I'm going to be taking out of the bank. Then I just did the cash breakdown. One thing that I'm very thankful that I was able to do this month, or that my husband was able to do this month, was he was able to move our money from the one bank that didn't allow me to do the 10s and the 50s to the bank that does allow me to do that. So I'm really happy about that, because that means I'll have bigger bills to work with, which means I'll be less likely to spend them. I don't know if that's like that for you guys, but for me, if I have bigger bills, I'm a lot less likely to break 100 or a 50 than I am a 20 or a 10, or especially like a 5, which is what I used to have to get a lot of. So I'm looking forward to that with this bank, being able to get the bigger bills. And I did go ahead and fill out the bill counter total thing that you take to the bank with you. So I'm going to go to the bank, get the money, and then come back here and do all of our cash stuffing for you guys. Okay guys, we're back with our cash from the bank, and let's go ahead and start with our dividers. So I'm going to set these to the side. This is going to be the dividers that I keep in my wallet, and our first category is going to be food. So when I look at my balance, I have a balance of $19, or I should, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And to that, we're going to add $150. So I'm just going to keep it simple and do $150. Okay, so now we have, I guess I'll go ahead and count it. 1, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, and 69. So 169 is what we have in our food category for this month, for this pay period. I always do that. Sorry, y'all. The next is my money. I have a balance of, should be $3, which is correct. I have $3 left. To that, we are going to add $10, so I will have $13 now. And I'm also going to add $10. I'm going to set $10 aside for my husband. And then our next category is pets, which is 0. To that, we are going to add $12. So 0 plus 12 equals 12. Set that to the side. The next category is going to be miscellaneous, which is also empty, and I'm going to put $20 in that category. So that is going to be all for our dividers, and now let's move on to my sinking funds, which are always not in the right order. Okay, so moving on to our sinking funds, I did go ahead and take out my subscription sinking fund because I am going to be doing that on my Capital One 360 account now. So that is going to be a small change. If you've been watching my other videos, you'll notice that I don't have my subscriptions category in here. And that's just because we do have Hulu or Spotify, student, whatever it is, that comes out every single month. So it's just easier to keep that one in an actual digital category. That way I can be on top of when it comes out, and it's just easier to move around. So let's start with cell phones. I should have a balance of $140, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And to that we're going to add $20, which will make our balance $160. I am going to go ahead and write on here how much our balance is, just because it's easier for me to keep up with it. So plus 20 equals 160. The next category is car maintenance. I should have $81 in here. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81. And we will add 25 to that. 20 and 5. 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, and 106. Put that back in the envelope. Which I am going to be having to get an oil change on one of our cars, like this week sometime. And then I know our registration is going to be due soon also on one of our cars, so probably don't have enough to cover all of that, but at least we have a good chunk of it. House maintenance is the next category, and that should have $37. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And to that, we're going to add $13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. So now we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. I'm glad we were able to start building that category back up, because we took a big hit on that one whenever we started doing our yard for spring. Now our next category is clothes. Should have a $30 balance in here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. To that we're going to add 10. So now we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And our last one is going to be gifts. Right now we have 43. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add 10. So we should have 53, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, and 53. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure that you check out my previous video if you haven't checked it out yet, so that you can know all the details about the giveaway. It's only going to be going on until this Thursday the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. and then that's it, and I will be drawing the winner on Friday and announcing the winner on Friday. So make sure that if you haven't checked it out, you check out that video so you can know all the rules, so that you know how to enter the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, leave me some comments down below, and make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. See you guys in the next one. Bye!